Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of How to Reach 2000. We get the black pieces, see what white does, get e4 played. Let's go with e5. And this is what I used to play when I was under 1500. Okay, they play the bishop's opening, interesting. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna develop my knight, putting pressure on this pawn. I'm gonna play like an Italian, but it's reversed. Okay, d3 defends the pawn. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to castle. f4, wow. They're trying to attack me or something. I can play this, but I don't think that's great. Maybe they can try f5 and they have like a decent kingside attack. I don't love that. I could consider d5, but it's really weird. f4 is actually an interesting move that I completely missed. I feel like I can only play d6. I can take, but then I'm allowing them to develop. I don't like that. I don't know if this is good or bad, but it looks pretty good for the white pieces. Now I think I might have knight to g4. Isn't that threatening a fork? It just looks like a really good idea. I also think this is one of the moves. I'm trying to put pressure on this knight. I'm not really trying to take, but I'm pinning the knight. Therefore, they cannot take twice, because that would result in me taking their queen. I'm really not liking this position. If I take, then they have a nice center. Let's play this. Just defending. Pawn takes, then I'm gonna take like this. It's very annoying because they can play bishop to b5, pinning my knight. They could try to give me double c-pawns. I feel like I'm getting outplayed by a 1300 in this position. This is why learning openings can be very useful. If they take me, I'm gonna play knight takes, and that's a check. So after queen takes, I can play pawn takes, and I'm pretty safe, right? I feel like I want to trade pieces because I'm under some pressure, and if I trade off some pieces, then they have less of an attack. Let's take with the bishop. I mean, the bishop is kind of a target, but if I take with a pawn, then their center is overwhelming, so I don't want to do that. This is the drawback of taking with a bishop, but it's okay. Now I have this threat. Not really. Isn't this a free pawn? What if I take this pawn and then take this pawn? If they castle, I can take the pawn on c3. I do believe I can win this pawn. If queen e2, pinning my knight, I have many different ways of defending my knight. First of all, I can play d5, and also I can play f5, not f6. f6 would blunder the knight away. I also have this check opened up for me, which is kind of an annoying move for them. So if they are careless, they can get mated in this position. I think I can play d5. The bishop can go to d3 and put more pressure on my knight, but in that position I can play queen to e7, or I can play f5. I don't want to play bishop to f5 because then there's g4, and after my bishop goes to g6 there's f5 and my bishop is trapped, so queen to e7. But after f5 there might be g4 trying to undermine my knight. By the way, I'm threatening to take this pawn, and bishop to e3 is not a move that defends this pawn, because I have this move. That's a fork of the queen and the rook. You can notice that the queen cannot trade because there's a bishop in the middle. Therefore, that would be really good for me. If they want to defend this pawn, they should probably take. Oh wow, I was just talking about this. This doesn't work. I have knight to g3. I'm attacking the queen and also the rook. If the bishop didn't go here, like let's say I tried to do this, if they played maybe bishop to d2, then actually they can just trade the queens, and I'm not winning the piece. Let's take the rook. Probably gonna play this. I see this tactic. This pawn is not hanging because that bishop would be left to die. Knight to c3. Let's be solid. Let's play the move c6. Currently I'm threatening this check and I'm gonna play this. Maybe I should have done that before. But anyways, this is still good for me. I'm gonna be up an exchange and a pawn, but I have a slightly bad position. Bishop doesn't really have many good squares. If I go here, they can try to play f5 and f6. So I'm gonna play bishop to d7. It's passive, but I'm just trying to get castled. Take my knight. I mean, that knight didn't really have much future anyways. Let's castle. Idea is to bring the rook on the h8 square to the e8 squares, so that it's at least doing something. But I think I want to play queen to f6. Idea is to play bishop to f5 and try to get a trade. If I get many trades in this position, then obviously I would be completely winning because I'm up material, and simplifying the game would make it much easier for me to win. After g4 I cannot take this because then there's this move g5, and I'm going to be kicked out of the way. I cannot defend my bishop, so that's a problem. Currently they're threatening this because the rook is pinning me. Therefore, I'm going to move my king out of the way. So I'm going to play king to b8. If they check me on this diagonal, I'm going to go king to a8, and I'm very safe, so that's okay. My next idea is to play bishop to f5, unless if they play g4. They're trying to create this battery to defend this pawn, but that was not my idea to take, so let's try to get a piece trade. They take. This comes with check. I'm going to play h5, preventing g4. I would love to play h4. I feel like that pawn there is going to dominate these two pawns. If they play g4 then, en passant, and their pawns are split, which is a good thing for me. I'm not really worried if they want to take like this. Maybe. But also I don't want to allow them to play this. Tough position, I mean, it's still not over. I think I'm going to say, if they take me, I'm okay. Because I don't really want to go here. I feel like the trade favors me. I don't really want this knight to go here and live there forever. I also don't want to play b6 because then there's this check and then you can try to take this. So rook to e8, we're putting pressure over here. We're threatening something like this. They take my bishop. Let's take back. As long as I keep my queen here, this diagonal is going to be closed. Therefore, I have a pretty safe king. I can try to stack my rooks on the e file, which is the only open file of the board. If I get a triple stack, that would be really nice. I want to do this. The problem for them is it's pretty hard to do something. Let's put more pressure. If they go here, then I'm going to get a trade. Isn't this winning? Queen here, putting pressure on this bishop. I'm attacking it 3 times and they only have 2 defenders, so that's a threat to take. If they play bishop to f2, I can take the rook and I'm winning a piece. So this is winning a piece. I'm going to be up a full rook. Only problem is the time though. It's enough time, but I do have to speed up. They have this interesting idea of playing this. Not sure if that works. Wow, he plays it. That's crazy. Check. I'm gonna go here. Does he not see the idea? Why is he thinking? Otherwise, why did he even play f5? The point of f5 is to check. Get out of the way. If they check, I cannot take. If I take, then there's this. It's very annoying. So I'm gonna go here. If they play rook to f1, I do think I have this. I just have to keep an eye on stuff like this. But I can always play queen to d7. That's not a scary move. I can get the bishop. Very happy. They should have probably tried to trade a pair of rooks and save their bishop, but I'm not gonna complain. King to c7, defending this pawn. This check is about to come. If they ever move this rook away from the back rank, they don't, so let's play this. Idea is to go here and then try to play this. Not scared of this because I can push. That I don't think is a good idea. Should I push? I want to go here. If I get checkmated in this position, that would be kind of annoying. They're also low on time, that's nice. If I take, they can take. What if I take with the rook? I'm gonna try to do this. If they play this, I'm gonna try to do this. Or even this. Oh wow. Do I have that? No, I don't. I'm gonna get destroyed. Let's try to get a trade. Oh, we flagged him. Nice. My opponent wants a rematch, but nope. Let's have a look at the game review. 87.2 accuracy. I thought I played worse than that, but okay. Oh, so this was actually a bad move, but I didn't really know what to do. Yeah, d6 wasn't the best. Was I supposed to take? Oh, d5. I did consider this briefly, but I didn't really understand what to do after takes. I played d6 and they played knight to f3. Apparently the best move, but slightly better. I would assume it's okay for me. Castles was the best move, but I went for trades. Because I feel like if I castle, they can try to get some kingside attack going. It felt really scary, so I wanted to trade a few pieces. I get this trade, played c3. This is not good because I can just take and try to take this. If I take this straight away, then they can try to do this, but I did not love that, so I decided to take first and take this guy. They go for this pin. In this position, I can even castle. The idea is, if they take me, I can try to bring my rook to the e8 square, and I'm winning the queen. So I could have castled, but I played d5, which is defending the knight. I I don't know how I did not see that, castling worked. I was kind of like in the mode where, castling is really bad for me because they have some ideas of throwing the pawns and it can be really scary. So castling was not even in my radar. This is obviously a bad move because I have knight to g3 and I'm winning in exchange if this knight is trapped. Otherwise I'm going to be up a full rook. Funnily enough, the best move wasn't even to take the rook. Now I played c6. The idea is I'm defending this pawn, and I went for the safer approach of just hanging this knight in the corner and trying to develop all of my pieces. Played bishop to d7, castle long. Now I should have played this, but I was kind of scared of this. I did not want to sign up for any of that. It's too crazy, so I went for the simplest approach of just moving the king out of the way. It's way safer to just have your king on b8 or a8, so it's much safer. I get this trade. They play knight to a4, trying to get my bishop. I just let it die. I should have probably, saved it. We get this trade. They played rook to e1 and I played rook to e4. Go for this. I triple up. They go for this idea, which is the best. I did see this in the game. The idea is I'm going to take, and they can try to check. And let's say my king moves, then they can try to trade rooks and just move this bishop away. So now they're not losing material. But this is obviously completely winning for me. Anyways, they decided they would just move their rook. So I take with the queen, offering a queen trade. Now I give them the option to play this. What? Oh, this pawn is pinned, so if they take, I'm going to take their queen. I did not even see that. If I took, then maybe there was this, and after this, I don't know. It just didn't feel very safe, so I just felt like keeping the pawns was good. I should have taken, but still, I'm kind of scared of something happening down this file. Rook to c1, they're trying to come up with some tactics, but I played this. Now they should have taken and tried to do something over here. My idea was to play rook to c4 and just get the pieces off the board. I play this anyways and they just flag. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.